Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a couple days since I've streamed. Life has happened and I had to go home because Valentine's Day is on Tuesday and I couldn't spend it with my partner, so I went home for the weekend to spend it with them. And really Valentine's Day, but this week I think we are hitting every single stream this week, which is really awesome. So I thought it'd be really fun. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you drink lots of water, have been taking care of yourselves. Couple things. First of all, thank you so much for the follower that we got while I was gone. Morgan is Co. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. So happy to have you here. Just trying to think. Very easily distracted today for some reason, but that's okay. Today we're doing Am I the Asshole Reddit stories. So I don't have too much to say besides grab a drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. We're gonna switch over my music really fast to something a little bit more background-ish. Hopefully that sounds okay. I might have to turn it down a little bit. Yes, I will have to turn it down. That looks fine. So let me know if it sounds off or not. But today we're doing Am I the Asshole? So let me pull it up and let's get over to our little screen there. Also, we're getting really close to our goal of 40 followers, which is really exciting. So thank you guys so much for getting us there. At 50, I will become an affiliate, which is really exciting. And at 100, as you can see, I'll be hand revealing, and we'll be doing a hand cam when it comes to video games. Any kind of gaming, we're gonna do the hand cam. So hopefully I can set that up properly for you guys. Yeah, so that's the exciting things. Music's loud in my ear holes. There we go. Okay, should we do hot post? Should we do top? Should we do... I feel like we need to do more controversial ones. Let's do controversial ones. Anyone in chat, if you want to give your input, I am more than happy to hear it. I love having conversations about this stuff. So let's do controversial posts from... Let's do the past month and see what that gets us. The first one has been deemed the asshole by Redditors. Okay, this one's pretty short. Am I the asshole for arguing with my daughter? Me, a 47-year-old male, and my daughter, 12-year-old female, had a little argument a few days ago. I went to take a shower and apparently left the TV on loud volume, so my daughter decided to turn off the TV as some sort of joke, which I think she shouldn't have done. I'm not touching her devices or doing something similar while she's using the TV. So after I was back from my shower, I saw what she did and went to her room. Her mom was also there with her. I yelled at her and told her she shouldn't have done that for the same reason I said earlier. She thought I was joking at first, but I was serious. I told her she won't do anything else until she goes to the living room and turns on the TV and the volume. She did it and went to her room crying. She's always too emotional and overreacting, and I don't think she should have done that stupid joke. I was already having a bad day. My wife told me I'm an asshole for doing that since she didn't do anything wrong and she was just playing around. My daughter has also been avoiding me these days and we don't talk at all. Well, obviously, I think asshole. My father's the same with, not the yelling part, but like with the TV. Just because when you get older, your hearing goes a little bit, and he has the volume up. And for some reason, is it all dads? I feel like it's all dads. Whenever they go to do something else or like leave the house, they just leave the TV on. Why? I literally don't get it. So I understand that if it was a little too loud, maybe she should have just turned it down a little bit instead of turning it off, but also it's completely understandable to turn it off because he wasn't using it. He went to shower. Why do you need the TV on while you go to shower? I don't know. Unless you can hear it from the shower and you want to listen to it, that's different. Anyway, dumb thing to yell at a kid about. Just like kindly ask your kid, hey, could you not do that again? Appreciate it, you know? Top comment, this can't be real. You yelled at your kid after she turned off the loud TV that you weren't even watching because you were taking a shower. You're the asshole, 100%. This can't be real. I bet he also yells at her when she forgets to turn off the lights in the room after she leaves her room. The hypocrisy. That's happened to me. For first, last, and security with the market, not that there's much to, but anyway, in their price range. Their plan was to move in with her boyfriend's parents for a few months while they figured out stuff and saved up. But they won't let her come with, so they proposed an idea. She'd move back in with us, him with his parents, and they'd save up and be gone in 6 months tops. The issue is, me and my husband don't feel it's appropriate. She's an adult now and she needs to learn to take care of herself, not relying on handouts from her parents. She offered to pay rent, but we would only do that if she agreed to pay the market average plus her share of utilities, which would mean she couldn't save up like she wants to. Because we aren't doing that, she's been forced to share a 2-bed apartment with 6 other people, some of whom she finds sketchy. I feel for her, but I think it's her responsibility at this point. She doesn't call much anymore, and I'm worried this may have impacted our relationship. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like, I'm 20 and I'm not even moved out yet. Your kid's 25. What, moved out for 3 years? And they're still pretty young. I mean, everyone has finance issues, especially in this day and age. Like, if they were going to be gone in literally half a year, save up money, be out, I don't see why. Like, they're your child, support your child. She even offered to pay rent. That's really sweet of her, and she doesn't need to, because I feel like as a parent, even though your kid is moved out, like, you should always have like a room, or not a room, but like space for them at least to come back for like visits at least. So like I don't see why she could do chores around the house, she could cook, she could do whatever while she's there, but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, storage space. Thanks. Anyway, some comments got wars on this one, so let's read them. Top comment: you're the asshole. Seriously, your daughter is an adult, but she's still your daughter. She's not relying on handouts. She's offered to pay the rent. You're really gonna charge her the market average to live at home? She even gave you a timeline. I think you're being unreasonable. You completely acknowledged that she was screwed over, yet you're willing to let her struggle when you presumably have the space. There's wanting for her to learn to be an adult, and there's being unreasonable jerks. Agree. And then she had the gall to wonder if it impacted their relationship. Lady, how would you feel the situation was reversed? You better pray nothing similar happens to you, because she'll probably leave you on the street. Absolutely, like, yes, this impacted your relationship as it should. I think, quote, I just think she needs to suffer in ways I never would have had to, because when I was her age, the world was a very different place. Also, she's living with 6 people with 2 beds, and some of them seem dangerous, but if she gets assaulted or R-worded, oh well, that's just part of learning to be an adult after all. LOL. OP shouldn't have had 1 kid. Let alone 3. Why have them when you don't even want to live with them? My daughter is really young and she keeps telling me she's going to live with me forever. I know that'll change. What she wants will change, but my door will always be open, even if she was with someone and had to be a kid forever. There's no way in hell I'd turn her away, nor would I turn my son away. You're the asshole. Yo, welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining the chat. That's a long thread. Oh my gosh, long thread. Wait until they're old and need help. I turn my back on them too. Oh my gosh, ripperoni. OP sounds like one of those people who thinks the reason young people can't buy a home is because of avocado toast and Starbucks. Like, yes, her daughter is legally an adult, but the opportunities for adults look completely different now. I agree. I'm good. How are you doing on this fine day? I'm fine. I'm just, you know, reading my Reddit stories. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay. This one was won 13 awards. What the heck? I like your voice. Thank you so much. Am I the asshole for telling a girl to stop wasting food? I, 21-year-old female, usually always sit with the same group of people in my university's dining area. There's this girl who I've talked to a few times, but I'm not really friends with. She's kind of quiet, but when she finally talks, she seems normal. I've sat across from her a few times and noticed how she was eating because it was weird to me. What? She eats maybe half her food. Keep in mind you control the amount of food. It's cooked by the cafeteria staff, buffet style. She could easily take less. Kind of plays with it with her fork when she's done, aka eating half of it, sometimes even less. I didn't say anything for a while, but a few weeks ago I asked her why she only ate half her food. She seemed embarrassed, but answered she thought she was more hungry and laughed it off. I then asked her why she made this mistake every time we ate, and that she must have learned by now. She didn't really answer. I don't actually remember, but it wasn't actually an explanation. I left pretty quickly. She doesn't really show up that much anymore, but when she does, she still eats like this, and I couldn't hold it in anymore. I asked her once again, and also asked if her parents never told her not to play with her food. What the heck? What is going on? It was a genuine question. Some people are raised in households where manners aren't important, but obviously they are for most people. She got really mad at me and told me to stop commenting on her eating habits and that it was none of my business. I told her that it obviously was, since she was sitting at our table and obviously wasting food. She told me to go F myself and left and threw out the rest of her food again. After she left, one of my friends told me to leave her alone, as she seemed like she was having a hard time and maybe had some sort of issue with food. Yeah, obviously she has an issue with food. She keeps wasting it. She hasn't showed up again. I'm assuming she buys her own food now, which might teach her not to waste it, so that's good. The same friend who told me to leave her alone keeps pestering me to apologize to her, but I think she should apologize to me. She's unnecessarily rude when being asked the most basic and obvious questions, and also told me to go F myself. That's way more harsh than anything I've ever told her. Keep in mind that I care a lot about food waste and the environment. Am I the asshole for telling a girl to stop wasting food? There's an edit, but before I read that, absolutely asshole. Listen, I have a weird relationship with food. I do not have any thing going on, no EDs, nothing like that. But people do, and it's none of anyone's business how people eat, you know. I get super self-conscious when people comment on it. I struggled my whole life with eating enough food, so that when I finally eat enough food, people question why I'm eating so much food. You know what I'm saying? So I get super self-conscious. Food, just don't ask. Don't ask. It's none of your business. And a lot of times I'm in the same boat if I accidentally just take too much. And unfortunately, at dining halls like that, I have the same style, one with the buffet style. You can't take the rest to go. To-go boxes cost extra money that don't come with your meal plan, which is really, really unfortunate and kind of wasteful in my opinion, but I don't know. You never know what someone's going through, so it's none of your business to comment on how much someone eats or how they eat. Edit. Okay, I'm the asshole. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not studying to be an eating disorder specialist. I looked up stuff about it and I'm realizing I was too harsh. I'll apologize the next time I see her and try not to be so condescending. But you should all follow your own advice. If people genuinely don't know something, you should tell them nicely instead. And I realize I should have tried to educate her nicely about food waste and not have commented at all about how she was eating. See, in turn though, food waste and how she's eating kind of tie into each other. So I just wouldn't mention it. It's none of your business. I don't know. You're the asshole, and then they quoted from it. Some people are raised in households where manners aren't important. Apparently that includes you because you're rude as hell. So true. Did you check out the edit? It feels just as rude. I'm amazed by folks on this one. It might just be their writing style, but come on. I know she's learned nothing, and it's still going to torment that poor girl, but nicely this time. OP, you're still the asshole, even post-edit. The edit is not great. OP had to research eating disorders to be able to judge the woman more positively instead of just realizing she should mind her business. Oof, agreed. Info. OP, why do you feel that what a grown-ass adult does with their own cafeteria meal is in any way you're concerned? Stay in your lane, as they say. I 100% agree. We'll do one more. I listened to an etiquette podcast, and they've mentioned that it's generally poor etiquette to call out someone else's bad manners, and the gracious thing to do is to brush it off, and maybe find a way to politely redirect the behavior if needed. I mean, yeah, in general, but it's probably not bad manners or anything. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way the girl is. It's nothing, no reason to judge. Okay. The title's kind of weird on this one. I don't really understand, but the story is short and makes sense. So it's am I the asshole for wanting I think it's supposed to be wanting to tattoo my boyfriend's name on me, but it's written really weird. It's something he didn't ask me for, and when I told him the idea, he said he didn't want to because if we got separated. We're literally 5 years. I'm sure I'll be with him all my life. Should I take it to mean that he doesn't see us together, or do I tattoo it all the same? They're dubbed not the asshole, by the way. So have someone proofread the tattoo before you get it. I'm not gonna say you're the asshole, but tattoos with partners' names are historically a poor idea. If it's your body and you can do what you want with it, but he didn't ask you to, so not an asshole, but I wouldn't do it, and I've been married 13 years. I agree. I think tattoos are sick, but it's like, I feel like names of like partners like that, you just never know. You just never know what'll happen. Because even though you've been together 5 years, etc., you could be married for like 20 years or longer and still split up. So, I don't know. I have no clue what this music is. It's fine though. Ooh, sip of water. Okay. Oh my gosh, what? As someone who struggled with depression, I have to read this one. Am I the asshole for telling my friend to get over her depression? The title is pretty self-explanatory. I, a 17-year-old male, told my friend, 18-year-old female, that she gets over her recent depression because it's making me go crazy. She's been on this state for about a month now, and I've tried my best to make her feel better, but it seems nothing is working out, and I'm just giving up on her. Even when I ask her what's wrong, she refuses to answer and tells me it's some personal problems. I know how it feels. I've also been depressed a few years ago due to my parents' divorce, and recently due to my grandparents passing away a few months ago. Even my older sister, 20-year-old female, passed through rough depression stages. However, none of us ever sought any type of therapy and just learned how to get over it, and it's worked for us both. We became top students and got some pretty good friends, so I got to the conclusion that just telling others to get over it's the way to go. Last Sunday, I was in the mall with my friend, and she just kept looking down and not showing any type of excitement. Even when I suggested to go one of her favorite places, she just said okay. At this point, I was already tired of trying to help her get better, so we went to eat, and then I drove her home. There I told her it's already been a month, and that if she doesn't get over her depression, then I'll just go on with my life without her, because I'm getting tired and angry of her not making the effort to feel better. She then called me an asshole, and I haven't talked to her since then, so was I the asshole? Okay, there's an update. Firstly, yes, you're the asshole. You never tell someone to get over the depression. Everyone handles their depression differently, and a lot of people struggle with it for years at a time. Your depression might have been different than her depression. There's different types of depression. They'll last different times. People deal with it differently. And if she says it's something personal and doesn't want to talk about it, then don't force it. Let her work it out on her own. And if she's struggling with you, clearly depressed, just do your best to make her feel better. And if it's not working, don't address it. Just, she's there hanging out with you. That's a step for her. All you have to do is make her feel comfortable and be with her. Be there for her whenever she's ready to talk. You can't just tell someone to get over it. However, if that's the way that you were raised, that's a little bit different because you don't really know any better. If that's the way you were raised to tell people to get over it, that's different, but you didn't need to be so rude about it, I guess. Comments. Oh, update first. Update. So after seeing that I was an insensitive asshole, I texted her to tell her if we could meet Saturday after my shift was over so I could apologize properly. She agreed and also told me she was already feeling better. I told her I was happy for her, but if she felt that way again, she needs to tell me what's wrong so I could find a way to help her. And if not, to seek professional help, because it worries me that what she could do in that state. Okay. Wait, you're telling me I could just get over my depression? I think you're making mistaking sadness for depression. You can't just get over it. You're the asshole. First, for your motivation, if you want her to get over her depression, then it should be because she's your friend and you want to see her happy and healthy, not because it would make you feel better being around her. Secondly, for your assumption that she's not trying to get better. In cases of severe depression, just waking up and surviving the day is an attempt to feel better. Third, for your comparison. I'm glad you and your sister have recovered well from your hardships. That being said, recovering from heartbreaking circumstances and clinically depressive episodes are two very different things. When depression is this severe, you don't have to try and cheer them up or make them feel better. Just be present with them, whatever that looks like. Just take care of yourself afterwards and repeat. Don't drag them out to the mall or give them lectures. And then they gave bullet points of what to do. Check in to see if they've had a meal, go sit in the quiet with them or walk with them to the end of their driveway and back. Ask if they've seen their doctor or therapist recently. Remind them that they're loved. Offer to help them with household chores. In other words, none of what you've done. Your depression from your grandparents passing is not the same as a major depressive disorder. And then OP answered, I've had severe depression from 2012 to 2015. And then their grandmother died in 2018. I don't think you've had depression. Okay, I don't like these comments because a lot of them are saying, I don't think you've had depression. You don't know what someone's going through. You don't know what they have gone through. And maybe this person hasn't described it the best way. But like I said, there are different types of depression, different severities, and different lengths of time for how long that they last. So you can't just go ahead and say, oh, I don't think you've had depression. That's not your place to judge that. So while the comments are correct, you're the asshole, they're being brutal of assuming what this person has gone through. What? Am I the asshole for sending inappropriate pictures in a family group chat? I, a non-binary 20-year-old, have been dating a V? I'm not sure what that one stands for, so someone will have to tell me in the comments. Have been dating V. Oh, I thought I said... Sorry. That's their name. Female 18-year-old. So, NB, I'm assuming, stands for non-binary. Non-binary 20-year-old has been dating the 18-year-old female named V. Got it. I misread that. That was my mistake. For around 4 months now, my parents and my brother have known from the start, despite having been told by my mom several times not to get involved in any sort of romantic situation with her because we study at the same place, while my aunt and 2 cousins weren't explicitly told about it, and I had forbidden telling my grandparents. We've obviously have been spending a lot of time together, both in classes, studying, and hanging out at our places or outside, so we're actually extremely happy together. So I thought, since my aunt and cousins might already know we're together, but I haven't confirmed it, that I could send to a group chat with my parents and aunt and cousins a picture of our faces where I'm sticking out my tongue and she's kissing its tip. There's nothing else to the pic. It wasn't even a kiss. I asked V if it was okay with her, and she said it was a really cute picture. Turns out my parents aren't happy with my behavior because they say it's inappropriate and that they don't care, but other people will even get mad about it, and the picture can be misleading and give a different message than it was intended, though they refuse to elaborate on that when I asked them about it. They've been trying to educate me on how I can act around V, telling me that she'll get tired of me if I continue being so touchy with her, and that we should spend less time together because we're going to grow tired of each other, etc., etc. And I hate to think they might actually be right, though I am quite sure I am doing nothing wrong. So I told V when I asked her about it. My parents didn't want me talking to her about this despite involving her directly. I know for a fact they are not homophobic, nor my aunt or cousins. My grandparents would be the only issue, but they aren't involved in this. My aunt hasn't said anything about it, so I think this might just be my parents being uncomfortable with PDA, but they refuse to simply ask me to tone it down. They always have to make it a life lesson and use my autism against me to say I don't understand how things really work. I just need to know that if it was that crazy of me, thank you for the patience. Okay, I'm thinking about this, right? They've been dubbed the asshole. It's hard because I don't think they're an asshole, but I think it was weird to send something like that personal to a family group chat that has already expressed that they're uncomfortable with those types of things. I don't think it's really about who you're dating. I think it's about trying to figure out privacy versus stuff to do in public, if that makes sense. So if your family has expressed like to you like what things they're comfortable with you sharing, what things they're not, then don't send it to your group chat. However, I don't think you're an asshole for doing that. Everyone's just saying don't send stuff like that without permission from the people that you're sending it to. Why would you send something like that in a family group chat? That's just weird. So like people aren't saying like, oh, how dare you? They're just like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I agree. I do think the parents are being too like overbearing when it comes to educating. They could have just been like, hey, could you not do that? That makes us a little bit uncomfortable. You can do that, keep it to yourself, but don't share with us, type of thing. But whatever. Yeah, people are saying I don't think it's appropriate to send that photo to your family, etc., etc. Because I think it's very sexual. Alright, that one was a little difficult. I don't know. It is deemed asshole, but I don't think they're an asshole. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my coworker that it's super creepy and weird when she talks to herself in the bathroom? They're deemed asshole, but we'll see. I'll make this short. I, a 34-year-old female, work at a call center for a big company. This girl at my office job, Dora, is a bit of an oddball. She blasts Korean music in the break room during lunch. She has Fortnite figurines in her desk. My 11-year-old plays these games, and we know she doesn't have kids. She does completely oddball things like randomly spin in her chair and make corny jokes that no one finds funny. She's always the butt of everyone's jokes in the office, but no one's really bullying her. Other than that, she doesn't really talk to the other employees at work. I prefer not to get into office drama because at the end of the day, I am the only one in the office for the paycheck. I and a couple of other coworkers found her in the bathrooms having full-blown conversations with herself in one of the big stalls. She was the only one in the stalls. It's like husband and wife conversation, but it's just the woman. I found it to be super creepy, and when she came out and saw me, it was like she saw a ghost. I asked her if she was okay, and she got defensive and said yes. The other woman in the back was laughing at her, but I ignored it and told her, we all heard you talk to yourself, and that's kind of weird and really creepy. It's not normal. Are you sure you don't need help? It was then that she raised her voice at me to say no and to leave her alone. Before she ran out, my coworkers were laughing harder before they left too. I was trying to see if I could help her since a friend of mine is a good therapist, but I wasn't trying to call her crazy, but I assumed she was in some sort of trouble, and I didn't want people to get the wrong idea that she's crazy. I wasn't trying to bully her or anything, I just felt that I should have handled the situation better, instead of making her feel like she was picked on. Did I approach this the wrong way? Definitely approached it the wrong way, and also it's not your business. That's just her personality. She likes to tell corny jokes, she likes to spin in her chair, she likes Fortnite. A lot of my streaming friends play Fortnite. I don't, but like, I can see the appeal. It's fun. So it's like, don't judge people for what they play. And then you saying like, oh, we don't bully her, but she's the butt of every joke. What? I talk to myself sometimes, just like under my breath or whatever, when I'm trying to think through things. And like, there are also, when you think of like trauma, when people have passed away, like a wife, let's say a wife has had her husband pass away, she'll like talk to herself of like trying to think about like, what would my husband say, what would he do in this situation, type of thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, none of your business. Back off. You're the asshole. You say no one's bullying her, but she's the butt of everyone's joke. That's bullying. Exactly. Also, interests different than yours doesn't mean she's odd. There are tactful and kinder ways of approaching people if you think they need help. For example, not in front of others. When you intend it or not, whether you intend it or not, you may be contributing to her feeling like an outcast. You're the asshole, just from the Fortnite comment alone. Oh, and because only bullies say no one was really bullying her. Leave her alone, bully, and focus on your own job. You're the asshole, you were not being helpful, you were being an asshole. You're weird, you're creepy, you need to get help. Just because you used the word help doesn't mean you were offering. You were putting her down for being different. Shame on you. You're 34? Yes, you're the asshole. It's not uncommon for highly intelligent and creative people to talk to themselves, but she doesn't have to be either of these things for you to be the asshole. She sounds like a very closed-minded and childish workplace. I agree. I talk to myself all the time, yep. No one is really bullying her. Not true? Dora's a bit of an oddball. She was always the butt of everyone's jokes in the office. That's bullying. We know she doesn't have kids. You'd sound distasteful of Dora's child-free stance, by the way. I was trying to see if I could help her, since a friend of mine is a good therapist. You didn't help her. You embarrassed her, so if she was talking to herself out loud. So what if she was talking to herself out loud? She's not the only human to do so. I wasn't trying to call her crazy. No, but you were likely thinking it. You're the asshole. Stop making your coworker feel uncomfortable. One more. You're the asshole. If you really meant to help, you would have talked to her alone and kindly expressed concern, not shamed her in front of an already laughing audience of people. You were incredibly mean to handle it in this way. She clearly has some kind of issue going on. She doesn't need some mean girl squad ganging up on her in the bathroom. Don't even pretend like you were trying to be nice. Your post is really disdainful, and you clearly find her very weird and off-putting. You weren't genuinely trying to be nice. Do better, OP. Okay. Am I the asshole for threatening to call Child Protection Services on my sister, who is an inexperienced driver, for putting my niece in her car? Disclaimer, English is my second language, so I'm sorry for my bad grammar. Okay. A little context, my sister and her husband are living in different countries. Her husband is in the USA, and she's in the same country as me, our home country. They recently had a child. While my sister was in the US, then she moved back to our home country and refuses to leave with her husband in the US. This is a story of its own. Her husband is covering every financial aspect of her life, so she doesn't need to work. The story. A few months ago, my sister had a baby, a wonderful little angel. At first, everything seemed to be okay. She was a good mother and was taking good care of the baby. First thing that she did that was a bit alarming to me is that she hired a babysitter. I was a bit confused and worried about this because my sister doesn't have a job or any other thing to do rather than taking care of her baby and enjoying the precious time she has with her. So I thought she might be having some post-pregnancy issues and she needs a little help. But then she started taking driving lessons and was planning to get a driver's license. Later, she told me she's planning to buy a car, and to my question of why she was even needing a car, she answered that it'll be more convenient to go to places with a baby in her own car rather than a taxi. Fair, in my opinion. That's not in the story, I'm just stating my thoughts. Please take into account that she basically hasn't got any place to go. This isn't out of sheer necessity. So I told her it's irresponsible from her side to put her baby in a dangerous situation. Traffic is really bad here, without a valid reason. And when the argument heated up, I told her it's not okay to not take care of your own child's safety, and at an instant she put her child in the car. I'll call the Child Protection Services on her and make sure that they investigate whether she's mentally capable of taking care of the baby. She knows that I wasn't joking, as I'm not an impulsive person and don't talk out of emotions. We haven't talked since, and I don't really feel bad for what I've said, but I'm thinking maybe I'm overreacting. Okay, there's an edit, so before I say that, absolutely asshole. I think it's really cool that your sister is trying to learn how to drive, because maybe that's something she wants to do. And absolutely, it's 10 times easier to take your kid places rather in your own car rather than your own taxi. Maybe she wants to get away and spend some time with her kid, and maybe she got the babysitter so she could actually take those lessons, or she could go out and do things that she wanted to do without having to watch her baby 24/7. She needed a break because she's doing this on her own. It's none of your business why people get babysitters. Just because you don't think like she should be, quote, wasting her time with her baby or anything by hiring a babysitter because she can do it herself doesn't mean that in her mind, like, babysitters are fine. I had a babysitter growing up. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's not your child. If you think your child is being, like, abused, absolutely call Child Protective Services. But over a car, like, she's learning how to drive. She's taking lessons. And when she gets her license, she will be an experienced driver. There's a reason she's had the license. She's passed her test, you know? So, like, not your child. It's nothing concerning. Don't worry about it. So let's read the edit. I see a lot of comments saying that I'm the asshole, and I agree that it very well might be true. I just wanted to add that my country is in the top 3 of road accidents mortality in the world, and driving a car here is real danger. Also, this was actually the first time I've ever had such a serious argument with my sister, just because I found that decision incredibly irresponsible. Is this for real? You're the asshole. This can't be a real post. Oh no, my sister is a new driver and learning how to drive so she can transport her child more conveniently. Take her child away. What's wrong with you? You're the asshole. Why do you think it's your business to judge? To judge whether your sister does or does not have places to go, or that she is the one endangering her child by driving her around. Everyone does this. You're wildly overreacting here and should absolutely stop it. Also, you're threatening her that you will call the Child Protective Services on her and insinuate they may find her mentally incapable of taking care of the baby. For having a babysitter and getting a driver's license, this sounds quite mean and at the same time unrealistic. Do you think anyone will find her insane for doing these perfectly normal things? If you do, you could perhaps use some therapy, because it's really odd you might think this. If you do not and are just using it to blackmail, guilt trip here, you're a massive asshole. Hello. Welcome. We'll read one more comment. Go ahead and call them. I'm sure they could use some entertainment. I want to report my sister. Is she starving her child? Beating her child? Doing drugs? No, she's getting her driver's license and buying a car. See how unreasonable that sounds? Lol. Sip of water. Good stuff. And a sip of coffee. Delicious. Okay. Am I the asshole for walking out of a restaurant on my girlfriend? Steamed asshole, by the way. Girlfriend and I were having a dinner at a restaurant when she got a text from her best friend who recently gave birth, and she said, oh my gosh, she got a C-section. She works as a nurse, so she then explained to me what type of incision they make for that and how it'll leave a scar. I then, as a joke, said, at least she'll be tight down there. At least she'll be tight down there. Oh my gosh. My girlfriend looked confused and said that was a weird comment to make about her friend. I then said it was a very normal joke to make, and she disagreed. There was some back and forth. I asked her to drop it and she kept trying to talk about it. She said, "You're so insecure." I said to her, "You're so insecure." And then she goes, "Does it make you feel good to call me that?" And I got really frustrated. I got up and I walked out of the restaurant and drove home. She called me several times. I drove the both of us there. But I was so frustrated and wanted to get home, so I turned my phone off. She showed up at our apartment 30 minutes later. It was really mad, calling me an asshole, and overreacted. And that she waited in the cold for 20 minutes for an Uber. Am I the asshole for walking out on her and leaving her there to be being frustrated? Yes, you are. First of all, dirty joke. I get it. But, like, it is a weird comment to make about her friend. Like, it's a little bit weird that that's where your brain first went to. And what the heck, just because you're frustrated, you don't walk out on the person that you drove there, especially your girlfriend. That's so messed up. And you live together? Bruh. Top comment, got an award. You're the asshole for the completely unnecessary sexist comment about our friends' parts, and for your lack of understanding about basic biology. Bonus asshole points for calling your girlfriend insecure, having a toddler tantrum, and storming off. I 100% agree. That's a long thread off of that one comment. Holy crap. The kid isn't a man. Imagine if she had made a joke about a friend of OP's having a nice, long and hard heart, and then called him insecure and left him alone at the restaurant, forcing him to pay for their meal that he walked out on and forcing him to pay for a ride home. People would be DMing her things that would get them banned from this website. So true. OP is such a gaping asshole. You might want to look at getting insane up down there. Oh my gosh, the comments are going hard into this guy. You're the asshole, a huge misogynistic, gross one at that, with a predilection to baby tantrums. I hope your girlfriend dumps you, you made a shitty comment, got called out on it, and then decided you didn't want to face up to your weird comment and left. You stranded your girlfriend because she wouldn't let you make a comment about her girl's part. A comment, by the way, that's entirely inaccurate and not funny in the slightest. I 100% agree. In no world is this a normal joke. OP, 1, it's really weird to comment on that of a woman that you aren't sleeping with. 2, for the love of all that's holy, a woman's body is not just for men's sexual pleasure. This friend had a major surgery. She had a 6-inch incision that they went between her abdominal wall and cut her uterus and 5 other layers of tissue. I think my uncle had a smaller incision for his kidney transplant. And your first comment is, at least she's still tight down there? Not, ouch, I hope she's okay. Or, hey, we should take her dinner when she gets home from the hospital. Or, thank heavens for modern medicine that can help get healthy babies here even if it means a C-section. Or even a joke about the movie Alien. No, you went for a sex comment. And not just a sex comment, but a sex comment that is entirely about men's pleasure. Do you seriously not see how dehumanizing that is? That comment won an award, or multiple awards, 9 awards. We're going to read this one that has 19 awards, and then we're moving on. You're the asshole for the joke. You're the asshole for thinking it's normal to say. You're the asshole for calling your girlfriend insecure. You're the asshole for getting frustrated and storming off. You're the asshole for leaving your girlfriend without a ride. You're the asshole for turning your phone off. And you're the asshole for posting here and making me read your BS. The chicks with the knives. Okay. Oh my gosh. I want to read. This one is dubbed "Everyone Sucks," and I want to read it. So, am I the asshole for telling a boy that I was paid to ask him out? How does a comment win awards? On Reddit, if it's a really good comment, people can just like be like, "Oh, this was a great comment," you know. Y'all, I know I'm the asshole for asking him out, but am I wrong for telling B after I wasn't paid? My best friend offered me $20 to ask this boy, B, to our winter dance. I did, but didn't put much effort into convincing him to go with me because I didn't actually want to go, and he said no. Thank God. My friend refused to pay me. I guess she wanted us to date and got mad when it didn't work, so yesterday I told her to either pay me or I'd tell B that I had been paid to do it. My best friend and B have been friends for 8 years. Long story short, she refused to pay me, so I told B, and he wasn't mad at me, surprisingly. We just carried on after and talked about schoolwork and stuff, but B was really mad at my best friend. He removed her from Snap and isn't talking to her, and my bestie blames me and says it's all my fault. Am I the asshole? I know it was an asshole move to ask him out for the money, but am I wrong for telling him I was paid and ruining a friendship? Yes. Yes. What the heck? Bro, poor man's. Yeah, everyone sucks, except the boy. That's what this person literally just said. Your friend's the asshole, whatever her motivation for asking you to do this. I'm not sure if she wanted you or him to have a date for the dance, or thought she was being a perfect matchmaker, but she's clearly delusional here. You are an asshole for accepting the job as much as she is for offering it. She may have said ask him to the dance, but she meant take him to the dance, because asking in a half-hearted way would be too easy of a way of telling you for you to make $20. Then you made it worse by telling B. Everyone is just saying everyone sucks except the boy. Do I do another everyone sucks? A lot of these are dubbed asshole. There's a lot of everyone sucks. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. This one's an everyone sucks. Am I the asshole for telling my cousin to not talk to a guy that I was talking to first? Me and my cousin, both 13-year-old female, have been close ever since we met at the end of 2021. And recently I met this guy and we really hit it off. We called for long periods of time and he told me he loved me and told me I was pretty, compliments like that. I showed my cousin the guy and she immediately asked for his snap. I told her no because I was talking to the guy, not her. Later I gave her the guy's snap because I wanted to see if the guy would flirt with her. I knew he was going to because he's that kind of person. And I wanted to confront him, even though I liked him. From time to time, my cousin would say she sent him pictures and he replayed them and would screenshot them, and by pictures, I mean pictures of her in a bra, stuff like that. I never knew what to say, but every time she said things like that. Eventually, she said something else and I finally snapped. I told her this had been going on for too long and she needed to stop, especially because this is not what she was supposed to be doing. But she told me things like, let it go, and that he doesn't like me. But before that, me and him were on a call and he was flirting with me. Eventually, she told me she shouldn't let a stupid boy get into the middle of our relationship and promised not to talk to him. She went 3 days with saying very little to me until basically ignoring me. But today she posted him and her on a call and put text and quotation marks of something flirty he said to her. When I confronted her, she either hid her story from me or unfollowed me on Instagram. I'm very upset and don't know what to do. I don't want to talk to the guy or my cousin and might start avoiding both of them in person. She claims that they're just friends, but that really didn't change a lot. I felt extremely sad and sick to my stomach. Oh my gosh. Middle school drama? Middle school drama is crazy. Everyone here sucks. If you, okay, your cousin liked him. If you knew that he was going, this is why you don't date until you're in college. So true. I did not start dating my partner until I was 18. And before that, I only had a boyfriend for 3 months in the 10th grade. Literally, I don't even know. If you knew that he was very likely to cheat on you and talk to someone else, why'd you do it? You're just craving drama at that point. You guys are all craving drama, every single one of you. That's all I have to say. There's an edit. There's 2 edits. 3. Edit, please stop judging my age and judge the actual situation. I never came here for my age to be criticized, so stop, please and thank you. Edit 2, a reminder that I was not trying to cause drama. I disagree. I think you 100% were fitting into the drama. I thought that to him I was different and that I actually meant something to him, and the first time him and my cousin talked, she said he wasn't flirting, so she stopped talking to him, which made me think I was actually important to him. An update, my cousin apologized to me and I told the guy to focus on one girl at a time, and he told me he was gonna try. However, I don't trust my cousin. I'm afraid she's gonna start doing that to every attractive guy or girl I like. First of all, he said he'll try. Red flags, girl, 100%. Just like, stop. Don't even. Leave him alone. Not for you. I'm not gonna date until college. I don't need the drama. That is, trust me, I know like how badly it's like for someone, like it's for those who like aren't ace or anything like under the umbrella of that, it's so hard. Like I get it, like you like someone, you're like, oh, I really want to date them. It's so worth waiting until college. You grow as a person, they grow as a person. You both just don't want drama anymore. It's wonderful, trust me. I've been with my partner for almost, well, 2.5 years now. It's been amazing. It's totally worth waiting. She's trying to cause drama. She gave her the number because she knew he would flirt. Literally. Let's read some of the comments and then we'll do one more short one. Not asshole as you're all children. I can agree with that. I guess that's why it's called Everyone Sucks. You're not the boss of her and you don't own the slight of him. You're also 13. You're not the boss of her or this guy. You're literally 13. They're allowed to be friends with each other. Y'all are 13. Lamau 13. Everyone's just talking about the age. Everyone sucks here. Should we do... I kind of want to do one more Everyone Sucks, because those are... We haven't really had those before. Till now. Oh! What? Okay. This one's called Am I the Asshole for Peeing in My Teacher's Trash Can After She Wouldn't Let Me Use the Bathroom During Class? Savage, first of all. I, a 17-year-old male, have a very strict teacher named Miss Jones. I have heard this story before you have. This is posted a week ago. I also have a weird bladder condition, not exactly sure what it is because I haven't been to a doctor in 2 to 3 years, where my bladder seems to be a lot smaller as I constantly have to pee. Miss Jones doesn't really like me constantly having to get up during almost every class she has had to have to go pee. Today I was in class with her where I once again asked if I could go pee, to which she responds no, and that I take too many bathroom breaks. I wait a few minutes for her to wrap up what she's doing and ask again, which she once again says no. Since I don't want to ruin my clothes and I desperately need to go pee, I decided to take a leak in her trash can. I got written up for this and my parents had to be called and I've been grounded for doing this. Am I the asshole? I want to say no, even though it's dubbed Everyone Sucks, Teacher Auto Asshole. I 100% agree. When someone, listen, I'm going to school to be a teacher. When someone asks me to go to the bathroom, I'm letting them go to the bathroom. I'm not going to be like, no, you can go in between class, or no, just cause. It's so dumb. Like, someone's gotta pee. I'm gonna use a girl as an example. Periods? Like, let someone go do their business. Don't prevent them from taking a leak. And like, he did what he had to. If he had a pee so bad, what do you expect him to just wet himself? He did what he had to. There's a trash can. You wouldn't let him pee? So he peed in the trash can. I don't know what else to say. He did good. Not going to be crashy teacher. Nice. Yeah, 100%. Not the asshole for needing to use the bathroom. Soft, you're the asshole for peeing in the trash can that someone else now has to clean. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. I would have walked out of class instead of peeing in the trash can, though. That also is an option. Everyone sucks. Teacher needs to let people go, especially when you have a record of doing so, but you should have just walked out and get a diagnosis, for fuck's sake. Unless you have a diagnosis, your condition isn't. One more. You should have just left without permission and then used a toilet. You exposed yourself in class, which could have led to charges with the police. This is true. Better to head out and discuss it afterwards, but I can relate. I once stood up and pissed my pants because I wasn't allowed to go to the bathroom in 7th grade. Teacher needs to be more understanding, but you need to keep your thing in your pants in class. Fair, 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 fair. Not the asshole, but your parents are. They should take you to a doctor, not ground you. So true. I'm just answering a quick text here. Okay, well, that was fun. We're gonna go over to the screen. There we are. That was fun. It was a fun surprise to find that everyone sucks today instead. Yeah, I don't know, not much to say about that, except got through quite a few stories, and yeah. So tomorrow I'll be streaming at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 3 out of 10, episode 3. I'm gonna try and take my time with it because they're only about 40 minutes long or so is what I've noticed, and I would like to do 1 episode per stream. So we'll do that, and if I get done early, we'll be just, I guess, go into just chatting or something. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know if any friends are live right now. Let's find out, huh? But those, oh, Sapnap is. We can read Sapnap. Thank you guys so much for watching, and those of you watching on YouTube, if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. It takes 2 seconds and it's completely free, so you can always unsubscribe later. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to read Sapnap just for fun. He's playing some kind of like Guitar Hero-esque thing, so we're gonna get into it, but I'll see you guys tomorrow.